we'll look at it from 2 points of view. First is from the industry point of view. The industry point of view is that COVID-19 has exposed the fragility of our industry and indeed the fragility of our health system. So it has brought a lot of focus on that. And that is one benefit every pharmaceutical company will get. If it is that focus that led CBN to speak about the 100 billion, is that focus that led CBN to seek about funding research and development, that is a major benefit. Secondly, is that as a company, we have always wanted to show our capacity to provide local solution. Our company has gone into local research. We have a product in the market today listed by the NAFDAC, a product used for the management of sickle cell anemia. It was indigenously produced through a collaboration between us and a university. You know, when I became, after management buyout in 1997, I decided to be more internally focused. I've always believed that God in His infinite mercy has provided opportunity for us to develop our needs from local sources. And I couldn't do that when I was CEO of Pfizer because they wouldn't let me do such things. But the moment I became CEO, became independent of Pfizer, I focused on it. And our first success was this product for managing sickle cell anemia. So I believe that this COVID has helped to strengthen this our area of interest. And I think that is the secondary part of it. Something we've always wanted to do, something we've been trying to do with our limited resources and funding, because that's the problem. Research is a long term. And, you know, if you get this short-term money from commercial banks and invest it in research and development, there's a mismatch. And sometimes it's affected the performance of the company because you can't find the cash flow to meet a short-term commitment. But with this long-term funding that we're anticipating, then we have more leverage to do more. And we have a number of products in the personal hygiene segment. We have a number of products in the antiviral segment. We have a number of products in the antibiotic segment that fit in not only in dealing with COVID-19, but in dealing with parasitic infectious illnesses that still represent a major cause of morbidity in our client. Well, we are not, there is some concern, but it's not overwhelming. First is that we know that the FX situation is dynamic. We've been through this several times, so we know it's dynamic. In a couple of months, it will open up. It's never been something that lasted too long. We believe that the oil prices may improve and there may be a reprieve for Nigeria. So it's not a major worry for us now. Additionally, since we are looking at internal focus, we are looking at alternative raw material sources. Part of the things we're going to do in the new phase, in the post-COVID, you know, looking for how to replace some of the imported raw materials. As president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, I had set up last year where we did an industrial roundtable where we had set out timelines to eliminate certain raw materials that are being imported because it will feel it's a disgrace to our country to be importing certain things, pharmaceutical grade starch, for example. When we have maize, when we have cassava, we have all where we can extract. It's just that, you know, to invest in the kind of equipment that can purify starch to a pharmaceutical grade. Today we have the grade they use for laundry and what have you. So this CBN investment is creating a room for that. And, you know, a couple of people have put plans together to also source this funding to be able to focus on raw materials, not just on finished pharmaceuticals, because that is the whole essence. You know, a better level of self-reliance on the production chain. Even if you increase plants, build new plants and bring capacities, and you are still dependent on imported raw materials as we are today, we wouldn't have made much progress. So it's a combination of increase the capacity to produce, increase the diversity of products, from sterile to non-sterile, liquid, solid, parenteral, and all that. That is one aspect. But the other aspect is also reduction in raw materials importation, so that you have some bit of locally produced replacement for those. That's what we're doing both together as an industry, and I believe the support we're getting from CBN, I believe, is a stimulus, and will also attract more private investment into the industry. Well, Nimet is a company with a lot of hidden value. It's largely underpriced. I mean, because part of the reason it's some of the challenges we spoke of camera, that had happened in the last couple of years. The company is a solid company, a successor company to Pfizer Products PLC, with the best manufacturing history, with the best management and marketing legacy. It's a company with a rich history of pharmaceutical manufacturing, marketing, and research and development. But the company is being revived. It is being reinvented, and I think that value is what you are seeing. That value is becoming evident, and we think that as we go through what we're already doing in our existing plant, we're already working hard to increase capacity on existing plant, improve overall quality, and then we're now starting this new plant through CBN funding. There's just nowhere else we can go except to continue to translate that value to the consumers and also to our shareholders.